Hey, what's up YouTube? This is my 2015 Fiesta ST, which I've talked about a whole lot, with 298 horses, 322 torque, but we're not talking about that today. We are talking about this awesome 2015 ST. It's my big brother. And this is Daniel. He owns the car. I've had one of his videos on, he had a dyno run a few months ago I posted. So we're going to talk about the new Pumaspeed G25-550 turbo. But before we do that, I just had a few questions, and I want to mention Daniel. He installed my springs, he installed my turbo, he did it start to finish in 4 hours, and I've had zero problems in 10,000 miles. And he is just a great guy, and he does stuff, he does it right. So part of this video is if you are looking for an installer in the Southeast, he can do anything. He did everything on this car himself, and we're going to talk about that. So there will be info in the description where you can find out information about Daniel Newman, and if you're looking for an installer, he's your man. So let's talk, before we talk about the new setup, tell us a little bit about your old setup. You had a Puma,
it was a Pumaspeed, it was an X47++. It was actually before they came out with the actual R.
Right.
Basically the only difference was with the R, there's some exhaust housing work actually done on the exhaust housing side to basically give it just a little bit more top end. I preferred the ++. It actually, it made peak horsepower, I think it was 327, 310 torque, and that was on the methanol tune. Pump gas was,
and that was on a dyno.
That was on the dyno.
Yeah. Awesome.
The pump gas tune was, I wanted to say it was 313, 305.
313 on 93 pump 93. Gas, no ethanol, no aux fuel. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. And
I've ridden in the car, and it's every bit of awesome as we're describing. And you've had, this is your 5th turbo, right?
This is the 5th turbo, yeah.
Is that including the stock?
Not including the stock.
This is really your 6th turbo.
Right, right. The first kit was a G25.
G25?
That was a...
Walk with me so they can hear you.
It was actually basically the AT kit was a G25-54R.
G25, and then you went Puma X37?
I went with the X37, little baby demon turbo. That thing was a monster. It pulled like a freight train. Then I heard about the X47, and I had to have that one. And then the X47++ actually came out. Then I actually
and your X47 is in my car.
And
the
old X47 is in your car.
And then you went ++, and now you're GT25.
And actually, I went with the G25-550 setup from Pumaspeed. This is the only person
right now, July 8th, 2018.
Made by Pumaspeed in the world that actually has this kit. This was their prototype kit.
That was my next question. So this is the prototype.
This is their prototype kit, and I am the only person that actually has their kit as of right now, the first one manufactured.
It's cool. So, and this is one of 2 videos because Daniel just installed this weekend, and he got his bass tune and did some logs. So in maybe a week or 2, we will be posting a second follow-up, and I will be riding in the car taking video. You'll get to hear everything, and that will kind of give you an idea of what it's doing. What's the expected horsepower of this setup?
Right now, just basically on 93, I would say maybe 310 on 93, and then basically with methanol, I would say 330, 340. Auxiliary fuel, I'm shooting for at least 390.
And how's the power band of this compared to the hybrids?
I would actually say it is way more linear. You don't get that hard hit to start with. As of right now, at 3,500 RPM, it's 17 PSI. So
and that's on the bass tune.
It's on the bass tune, yeah. And
awesome.
It's just very linear. The more gas you give it, the more it pulls all the way to 7,200 RPM. And it's just a much more linear power band.
7,200 redline.
Yep.
And Adam is your tuner?
Adam
awesome.
At Tune Plus.
Tune Plus. So,
magician.
Yes, he's the man. He tuned my car as well. And I walked away from an STI, a brand new STI, the other day. So Adam knows what he's doing. And I think when you race STIs, it's like they're in reverse, is what you told me.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Daniel's car is, mine's quick, but this car is a good bit quicker. So real quick before we hear the turbo and talk about the install, just if we could do like a quick walk around, because I know people are going to know which wheels you have. You've got your intake. You got just tell us a little bit about just some of the more
we can start with the intake. I've actually got basically the CP intake.
CP.
I did the actual thermal wrap on it to make sure everything was actually you know, good cool charge actually going in there. I've got TurboTech motor mounts on both sides. I've got the CP rear motor mount.
TurboTech, just so you can see this.
TurboTech motor mount.
And the other one's kind of barely seeable, but it's in there.
Wrap the box. I've actually got the Velociraptor on the front. I've actually got
the VTech or
yep.
the V. What are they? Yeah.
The Velocitech.
Yeah. The
I got
big
a
mount.
tall wastegate. I actually came across a really good deal on the DHM.
That's a DHM with a crash bar, and you drilled all these holes yourself.
I did. I used a spade step-up drill bit to actually do that for more airflow.
Awesome. That looks really good. By the way, if you're looking at this in person, when I walked up, I thought he had bought himself another front bumper cover because it just looks so good. And you can see the dead hook sticker right there. And the wheels are Koenig
Hypergrams.
Hypergrams.
Yeah,
these are, what do these weigh? 16?
They're right at 16.1 pounds.
And these are 17 by 8, right?
17 by 8. They are wrapped in 205/40/17 Falcon Azenza, I think it is.
So that's a stock size wheel.
Stock size wheel.
Which is crazy.
It's actually stock tire. And then that's an actual 8-inch wide wheel. They look small just by the design. The width is maybe 300 thousandths different than a 215, which you have on there.
Right, and what I was going to say here is I've got 215s, he's got 205s, but his look just as wide as me. So make sure you look at tire width and tread and all that sort of thing, because these tires, they don't look stretched at all. They look really great. And you've got the Willwoods.
Willwood 6 pistons.
And exhaust-wise, custom,
exhaust
right?
Actually is a custom exhaust that I actually made myself. I've got 2 vibrant resonators on it. I've got one right off of the downpipe, and then the actual other one is actually right here on the actual rear of the turbo. I'm gonna have it on the rear of the car.
Yeah, so those are the basics. And before we start up and listen to it, just any install notes for anyone that's thinking about the G25?
It's a little bit more difficult installed, I would say, than the actual hybrids. There's a little bit more adjustments on it. The main hiccup I ran into was the factory oil drain that they sent with it was clamped at the top, and I actually just had to break the clamp loose and give it more adjustment, and actually just added a hose clamp, and then it just fell right into place. And the dump pipe came. Everything came. Everything came with it. It was a complete kit. Yeah.
Downpipe.
A downpipe, different downpipe. It's actually 3.5 inches actually where it comes out of the turbo, to 3 inches actually where it goes into the actual exhaust system.
And with the Fiesta, there's not a lot of room to see what's up, but if you own this car, you know there's magic under there that will fit. I'm going to show you guys Daniel's shop real quick, and we'll crank it up. If you're looking at, again, an install, he's doing work on this this Ford here, this truck. He's doing what are you doing? You're doing a build to the engine?
Actually, yeah, this is a build. This is actually a friend of mine. He's actually deployed.
Okay.
He's in the military. We're actually basically doing a build. It's actually a 302 stroker. It's actually over here underneath that. It was a 4.6. It's going to be stroked to it's stroked to 302, and we're hoping for 950 at the wheel with it.
Dang it.
It's got a 96mm turbo.
Nice.
And we got all the parts. I just got to get forward and actually get her on the stand and start building it.
And this is the shop. This is where he's done his work. This is where he did my car. And cool. So again, there will be a part 2. And when we a week or two, once it gets the tune revisions finished. But you want to start it up and hear how it sounds as we close out here. Again, if you have questions or comments, you can leave them. I will do my best, or get you Daniel's information if you're interested in hiring him to do your install. keep it under 10 minutes. 2 of 2 coming up in a few weeks. Thanks for watching.